and they don't got to worry about it all throughout the year. Now, moving over to the lineups, no need to introduce Elevate. Let's move over to Donatos. You got Aurora, Risky, Mamra, Rex, and Tarks.
Tarks, I mean, Tarks from Unk, Risky's there. Elevate, you got Yopi, PJ, Kalo, Sasano, and Candy.
Who are they?
Who are they? We shall see. I mean, Thanatos, we thought they're gonna sort of fall off, but hey, by the looks of it, I think it's working out pretty well for them. You know, maybe we'll see if who can fill out that Jai's role. I mean, Tarks was underperforming in Unk. I mean, he was having some stat out games, but here, taking a better step here. Let's see if they can bring it out here. I'm expecting Mamra and Aurora to lead that team as those veterans in that. Here we go. Game number 1. It's not STE. It's Elevate. Oh my God, that's gonna be on Twitter later, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Game number 1.
First game bloopers, baby, but yeah, on the left side it is going to be Donatos, right side Elevate, and then we do get to see the magic, you know, it's fixed. Moving over here, opener. So far, it's a back and forth battle, but if you get to see the players of Elevate, they kind of rotate towards the right side of the map and flip the spawns, and they're pretty successful at it, and in the process, they do break the hill as well.
Two similar teams having two similar playstyles. Remember, we named Thanatos as that mini Elevate, but losing Jai, losing Sebio, those players that they had before, space could be a little bit slower, especially Risky. Not as fast as you expect, but Thanatos, they're finally trying to get that scrap time. But look at Elevate, already setting up for that P2.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you take a look at the roster outside of Donatos, we did see Sebio and Pickle actually move over towards Scary, so that's going to be not just one, not Dusty Jai, but you know, 2 crucial players as well that really played some detrimental factors. The squad moved over to another, but you know, changes do happen for a reason. But now back to the game we go. So far, the opener here on speed 2 looking like it is still going to be Elevated here, fully in control.
Yeah, fully in control. 29 and counting. Here comes the death of the P2. The death of the money hill as Kenny gets 3 in a row. That shuts down that first wave. First wave is done. Elevate soaking up all that time. They're trying to get to that one wave. The War Machine's out. Fortunately, doesn't matter. Sasano gets his own 2-piece. Elevate still gets control, but for the time being, Thanatos is gonna get some 2 points, but that pressure. No.
Yeah, Tempest is going to be out. The net machine as well. That should be the few perfect operators to be invested inside of the tail. Sasano clears on the left side. Moves over towards the right. Finds another up on the board. Mamra, though, has the Tempest in line. Able to get the investment as well. And will be able to provide the team the momentary break that they need. Something breaking loose here and there, but it doesn't last any longer. It's Elevate. They take it right back.
Yeah, I mean, if you were Thanatos, I would have just saved those operators for this P3. Elevate deciding to use everything. They know they could just get it back. Real quick, here comes Yopi. First line of defense. Aurora does get 2. But look at those spawn manipulations on point. The pitch is going to happen. Rex, first line of defense. Can he get 2 more? Can he get the last one? Oh, he can't. Elevate really takes that P3 and back to regular scheduled programming.
Yeah, pushes them back now towards blue spawn. Nam right here tries to wrap around from the mid side. Pushing in. Can he find 1? Will he go for the spray points?
Nice.
1 finds 2, but a triple. Could be the case, but no, PJ denies. And Elevate, they still wins the wonders of trades. But Donatos, though, still shockingly able to get the break inside of the hill.
Twice brings out that death machine, but Sasano gets a 2K. The XM4 Risky with a War Machine finds 1, but it doesn't matter. That's unintentionally not a great kill for Risky. 89 to 31. Thanatos trying to get that scrap time, but look at PJ. Single man pressure. He gets a 3K. Gonna get the 4. Yes, he can. 5 in a row for PJ. That's an ace for him. 10 seconds left. Hunter kills on his name as well. We are in the mixtape of PJ. 7 in a row. Still has the AR in hand. Flash does not matter. We're staying on board with him. It doesn't matter. You still see him going and going. No one trying to take him out. PJ on an 8. Gonna keep on going. And look just how many things are happening. There's a pred. That's a 2K. PJ still finally gets taken down, but after a 10 kill spree there, PJ on a roll.
Yeah, Sparrow, Equalizer is going to be out here looking to try to respond.
There you go.
Rex here for 3 eliminations so far. Equalizer still on here for a set of Aurora. Pushed him back now towards the graveyard. I mean, towards Rex side.
It's good, it's good.
Aurora, can she get it? Halo swings on by. Doesn't get the kill. Car speeds her right to pushing in the first 30 seconds here inside of the hill. 10 in control. Finally, they do get 1 change. Peter slitters in, looking to get the break, and they do so.
They do so, and now Kenny with the War Machine. That scrap time is really huge for them. He's getting 3-4 kills for everyone. They take over that final scrap time, and that's huge if you're Elevate. You know, just keep the lead forward. as we head the rotation back to P1. 10 seconds left. Susano still invests that death machine. It's just that confidence from Elevate that they know they can get it back as fast as they can, Warden.
Yeah, I mean, recovery is something that is just not so much of a stranger for a set of Elevate. Now they fight for the scrap time. They stay on a very dramatic lead as we go back now here towards P1. Nearly 100-point lead here. Start things off once again.
Start things off. They're back to P1. 1v1 there. Mama takes him down. Sounds there for the trade. Look at the map, Warden. Full map control. Every single lane is covered. They're getting trapped inside that garage, and now they just have to push through. Well, every time you push through, you just see one guy come through, and that's Kalo with that VMP. We talked about it. It could really be that next meta for that ESMG. It's the jack of all trades, and now you just see Thanos just trying to throw the bodies in. And that's gonna feed Elevate. PJ 31, Sano 27, Kendi with 25.
Already, you're pushing up now here to try to contest the last into the scrap time, gets taken away. Mama finds one on the feet. Sano puts himself into the victor, gets taken down. Donato is still eager to get the scrap time, and they have the numbers to try to push down the force right side of the map. I'll get that rotation better, but there 2PJ stays alive, anchoring for the team, and all of a sudden Yobi spawns out as well. So this might just be Elevate's turn to still take away the spawns, but the Natos, they have the numbers here. Can they hold on to it though?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2 versus 2 at the back here, Rex. That's 3 downs, 4 down. So does she say that, Warden? It's gone already. And Elevate gets control. Once again, Tempest out for PJ. Gets the first, but there's gonna be a War Machine from Risky. Gets taken down by that chain reaction from that Tempest. Rex gets 2 in a row, but no one's gonna be hopping on that point. It's just a free-for-all. Finally, Thanatos gets in there for 2 seconds. They're still winning these fights here, but Spawn still in favor of Elevate.
72 to 77 here. Elevate just in control. Kendi whips up the War Machine here. Pulls onto the right lane. Left lane we go. Parks walks into it. Risky able to get the trade.
Go.
Sufficient enough for them to be able to get the break. It's always the sustainability that is always in question up against Elevate. And so far, they're not doing too shabby. Risky hops in. The trades after trades we go, but the bulk of the time still leans towards the players of the Red Rebellion.
Rebellion 183. Getting that scrap time. Thanatos set it for the speed 3. Get this full 60. You're right back in the game, Warden. 5 seconds till it goes up. Here comes the push. It's not a big kill. You can't get ripped off that heady like that. It's not a nice shot. But luckily, they still have sponsored Thanatos. Here comes the first wave.
I'm liking it so far here for Thanatos, but they need to quickly get closer instead of the hill. Gotta play for those trades as we get to see more plays from the side of Elevate forming up. Yopi finds a pretty straight off the detonation with the Sparrow he goes, and all of a sudden it is a translation once again for another break for the side of Elevate.
PJ just chilling on this corner. Kendi's there for the help as well. 200-point mark has been reached. 30 seconds left for this hill to go. You see them just pushing through. Thanatos can't find anything. No trades whatsoever. Another Tempest for PJ. 211 and counting. And Thanatos just really struggling. Now they're just trying to scramble. Just get some contests coming through, Warden. PJ closing up on the EMP, gets taken down. They finally get that final scrap time for this P3.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be enough for Elevate to close it out here on this very hill, but definitely it's a 100-point lead, and it's not looking to change anytime soon. Close it up now. P3 long gone and dusted. We move over now towards the garage once again. So far, the early rotation will be better for a set of Thanatos, and they got 2 operators to back it up at the start, but the spot are not favoring them here. There we go.
Not favoring indeed. 142-17. Tarks with a death machine. Trying to find something here. Spots 1. Nice trophy from Tarks. Gets the second. And is trying to do everything. Unfortunately, will get traded out. But Thanatos. Remember the last time they were in this P4, they were able to get at least 40 seconds off this one.
Yep, could turn this one once again to a money hill, which is exactly what they need here to bounce back and stay alive inside of this game. But Elevate getting a momentary break. Cleans Kalo up, pushing them down now, flips the spawn, and now Elevate has an option here to go for the possible pinch here from the back and towards Graves as well, but they get washed away, and the Natos looking like they have still something to prove.
Yep, Momra with the 3K with that nade, so right back into the game, 145-219. That's a great P4 if you're Thanatos. Can you make it and try to chain it over to P1? And the answer is yes for now, Warden. You see those spawns? Nice setup from Thanatos. Here comes the first wave coming through. Momra try to push them back here. Susano Kalo take down those 2 players, but Risky is there for the trade. Risky with the pred, looking for more. Finds 1. And that's going to be it. But look at Elevate. They're pushed through. They flip the spawns, and they still get control of P1.
Oh my days. Kendi Susano tied up for 41. TJ on 50. Donatos though still able to provide the power that they need here. Put up inside of the hill, still staying alive. Investment goes through, equalizer gets taken away. Yopi with a sparrow doesn't find anything off that as well. Aurora roaming around with an equalizer finds Halo. Goodbye to you, sir. Yopi walks in. Donatos once again still Deco staying alive.
Staying alive, you can see 20 seconds here. This huge time here. Contestant come through at any moment now. Rex finds one. Kendi though gets the help with his teammates. 27 and counting. The strap has huge, just inching closer to the finish line. If you are on the side of Element, Dadago still fighting, still breathing, still pushing through. At the back, you see at the bottom screen the map there. You see the fights are happening. The Tarks and Rex and Risky actually they shut it down, and Dadago they get control P2.
This could be it. One more money hill. Could be the equalizer, or it could be that lead change now. Open it up. Rex with a sparrow gets canceled out with a trophy. Risky with a war machine gets taken down as well. Elevate so far to find themselves inside of the hill, but they don't really have the spawns. Blow should be better here for Santonatos.
Wow.
As long as they win their gunfights, but the 10 best from the side of PJ finds two. Rex gets canceled out. PJ still on the roll, and the spawns get flipped. Elevate control.
But Momra from the back, the flank is in, and now Thanatos, they get control P2. And Elevate now have to fire from the 14 points to go. Here comes the push, here comes the smoke, the nades, everything. They're throwing everything they can, but Tarks brings out the death machine, whips out two more. That's going to be 3 in a row for Tarks, making the huge play for Thanatos. But one more contest from Elevate. They can just keep on contesting this. They can win this over at P3. That's all they're trying to do here, Warden.
Alive. 236 to 210. Now, Elevate still looking for
got a rotation. Gotta run.
Points. Gotta run for the point. Gotta run for the next hill. Elevate is already there. They fight for the scrap. They get the rotation as well.
Oh no.
Exactly what Elevate wants to do.
Final push. 8 seconds left before we get to see this hill pop up. Here comes Thanatos. They got one shot at this. Here comes the first push. Susato gets the one on Tarks and Rex. That's gonna be 2 down. Hill is up. 3 more seconds. That's gonna be a GG. Elevate. They take game number 1 with PJ's 59.
I mean, we got to see the first initial game and looking like it was a 100-point club run, but the Natos were able to turn it up now on the second set of the hard points, moving over towards the third set as well, especially when we were able to see the third hard point came through on the second set. My days, the Natos, they had a lot of things that which is going right for them, but obviously at the end, it was still Elevate, the Red Rebellion, reigning supreme, hailing down from the sky.